got like a few minutes before work. I'm gonna try and do this before I get a hot dog. Okay. Christ. Okay. A good while back, I said, it was an episode of the Powerpuff Girls where these other kids in the class were given superpowers by that monkey guy, Professor Monkey, whatever. I thought to myself, that'd be an interesting concept. Put in the right hands, of course, which apparently are very rare these days. Of like a teen or a disabled person, because like the girl in the wheelchair flying around, I thought that's an interesting concept. Someone who's disabled who's suddenly a superhero, who gets to fly around. It's like, that's an interesting concept. I said, I get behind something like that, very non-standard, but it would have to be fucking original, but everyone else seems to think, oh no, we'll take Wonder Woman and Batman and Bruce Wayne and Starfire, and we'll make them, it's like that's not how that works. You don't take what does work, or at least what is not exactly standard, but you take something that isn't broken and you turn it into something else and say, there, I fixed it. Again, it's that oldest problem. It's the oldest problem in the world. People start touching shit and they fuck it up. So again, and now with Netflix, they're putting out Q-Force, and it's like, okay, so they're basically like Shore Leave from Venture Brothers. All of them? Okay. It's a bit much, but okay. Again, I'm just going by the trailer. It could work. Having a show comprised of a bunch of shore leaves. Alright, it's not a terrible idea. It's an odd idea. It's an interesting idea. But it gets to a point where you have to, like, say, well, if you're going to do representation, start fresh. Like Q-Force is starting from scratch. It's just original characters, boom, go. As opposed to everything else, it's like, no, we'll take the establishment, turn it into something it's definitely not, and say, and people are going to applaud us for this, for changing the status quo because the heroes, shocker, are too perfect. No, that's called being healthy, you idiots. That's called exercise. That's called self-improvement. It's that thing. Maybe people down there and say, well, no, she was born too perfect. She was born too pretty. She was born with too big a tits. It's like, yes, that happens, that people are naturally born with things. But I'm pretty sure at some point, some people, these heroes, especially Batman and everyone else, have to work at it. But, if you take a metahuman or an alien, and turn them into body positiveness and say, there, I made it better. It's like, no, you didn't. And yeah, just because they were born that way, pretty and strong, that's not a bad thing. There are such a thing as pretty, strong people. It's just that you're trying to make everyone else feel, oh, me being 500 pounds overweight is not a bad thing. It's like, yes, it is a bad thing. That's terrible for your health. Being overweight is not the natural thing. It's not how people are supposed to be. But we got to make them feel better about that. Really. It's our job to make everyone feel better about themselves. And then people wonder why the world is in such a shitty, state of things. Again, I don't mind getting behind a non-standard superhero. I don't really care about that. It's just, stop taking what we already know and love and say we're making it better. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work because it's insulting. Like people trying to remake, Ghostbusters and other remakes and say, there, see, it's better. No, it's not. Ghostbusters 2016 is not better. Anyway, so yeah. So if you're going to be body positive superheroes, be original. If you're gonna if you are put in charge of a standard superhero, don't mess with it. Just leave it alone. It's all right. It's not broken. The old phrase, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Bye.